Oh, I see.
Okay, are we back?
Sorry, guys. Our programs are struggling today. I'm not even going to say it's us because it's just these very weird things that are happening on our
No, I've never
iPad.
seen it
Just
before.
shutting down.
Can you reload your screen so you just make sure that it is live?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, yeah, I think that's
Yeah, we're back.
fresh. I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that was it for that bracelet. I don't know. That looks old. See? But since it's saying I'm live here, I'm just going to keep going. But this bracelet is that really gorgeous, and Mom hand processed these. So these are the bracelet blank. It's not a blank. It's very elaborate, beautiful piece, but she shaped that. And then I had done a kind of little link stitching and wiring, but we thought it would be better to just glue it. So we suggest just gluing that down the center. And then we've got those two little glues happening right there. And then use your screw down hole punch to create those holes in the corners for that. And I'm almost done, Taya, if you're ready. Okay, and then this one has a stitch through the side of the filigree and the other side. And everything else is very straightforward besides that glue on the top of the flower there. I'm gonna let you sit in here and see if we can, I'm gonna see if I can help him figure any of that else out.
Yeah, it looks like it's still frozen for people because
Maybe you want to talk
Dale
about your
just said,
necklace.
is the live frozen or is it just me?
Here's
And that
if you
was,
just want to hold it and talk about it, even because if it's going, then they'll have something to watch.
It just said disconnected from Facebook. The Facebook Live has ended.
What the heck?
let me see if the one on YouTube ended, but this new one should be going.
Hopefully you guys are still with us.
It looks like this is,
I'm showing live, I just don't
This
see
is
any
live?
comments. Just weird.
It is saying live on your
Yeah.
side though?
Like I'm showing you as live on
Taya's on
Facebook.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then with that, I guess we'll just see how it goes. Alrighty.
I don't know what that would be because our speed is great and everything's
it
great.
might be
It could be
glitching
Facebook.
out.
It also could be Facebook.
Oh, Cindy says yay back.
Okay, good.
Whew.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
If it happens again, just remember to exit out of that weird screen that popped up.
Right. Okay, yeah, everybody says back on. So I'm hopeful that you guys were able to finish hearing about what Mac was explaining with the bracelets. But I was gonna say that if you guys had any questions about assembly as far as any of our kits go, our necklaces or anything like that, and want like a quick video tutorial or anything like that, I'm totally down and willing to do that for you guys, and I'm sure I could convince Mac as well. So if for whatever reason you missed on the any portion of the assembly of the bracelets and had specific questions, just email me at the support at vintageliveshopid.com, and then we will make sure to get all the instructions or whatever you might need just demo for you guys. But because Mac already went through those, and I'm not sure how much longer we'll be on, I wanted to show you guys the gilded Siren necklace. And I'm gonna do this as we usually do at like the end of our lives when it's more like tutorial base. But I might let it be a little bit more low key just because so many things have gone wrong on the technical side today. So this video might not look like the other ones on YouTube, but that's okay. Alrighty, so with that, I'm gonna show this necklace. I was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest to do a chunky chain with a delicate chain. I thought that was so pretty. And we talked about these vintage glass beads. And then the filigrees here. And then we have earrings, which are my favorite part of this whole thing.
There's only 7 of your necklaces left, and there's only 2 of the bracelet Fab Fives left.
Oh, my goodness, that's insane.
I know.
Okay, well, I'll do this super quick for you guys. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. My name is Taya, and I'm going to be demonstrating the gilded Siren necklace and earrings. This is the necklace we'll be doing. I'll populate a photo while editing the video just because we didn't have that prepped today. And then of course these beautiful earrings that you can find on our website at vintageliveshopid.com. And the link to this video will be posted in the description of the kit. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and swap us around. And I'm gonna zoom out just a tiny bit so we can start on the assembly of this necklace and earring kit. Alrighty, so I haven't practiced this since Monday, so bear with me. I am the beginner here, but I did start the assembly just so that I could make things a little bit easier on myself and so you guys didn't have to watch me do the same thing. I didn't want it to be too repetitive for you. But this is this one side of the bracelet, and how I assembled these. When you get this kit, you'll get a really long chain, quite long. It's got all of these links, and you'll want to cut it in a way where these little links that come attached to the necklace are on both ends of the chain, because those little links that come with it are what we connected to these JR30 jump rings and then connected to the big chunky chain. You'll also get a link, 20 links of these bigger, chunkier chains. Let's see if I can zoom in a tiny bit. And then you'll also cut those as well. I just decided to cut mine in 5s because I liked that length, so that's what you'll have. But if you wanted to do less or more, you're totally able to do that because it's pretty customizable with how you want to cut your chains. So it was really easy. I just assembled these guys. I cut them, added both of them to these jump rings that will be in your kit, attached it to these oval jump rings and a lobster clasp here, and then I connected the rest. So what we're gonna do now is just assemble this portion of the necklace onto this other side here. And actually I'm realizing I have a gluing portion, so I'm actually gonna start with that. Sorry, we're just kind of jumping around here. So with the setting here, I'm gonna start by setting the stone. I've had a little bit more practice doing this since creating the OAK lots, but I still don't have like the best tips as far as setting stones go. I do know that it's better to just be gentle at first, especially if you have a delicate stone that you're setting. Mac and Wendy are usually the pros at this, and if there's ever a stone or setting that I'm not super comfortable doing yet, I'll start it out and let them finish it, just because I want to make sure that I don't ever do too much pressure. But I do like this pulsing technique when I'm setting the stone, because it's not too much pressure at one time and it's enough to just tighten it, just so that that fits well. And for this one, I often set and glue my settings just because I want to make sure that my tension is like tight enough, and if it's not tight enough, I'll still have the comfort of knowing that the Loctite is keeping it where it's supposed to be. But there's that setting there. It's a little bit more loose, but it isn't going anywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and glue this portion. This is gonna be the main focal point of this necklace here. So I liked it centered, but you could glue it wherever you're most fond of, towards the bottom, towards the top. The other thing I was thinking you could do is you could flip this so it lays this way instead and do something here at the bottom. Just kind of personal preference again. But I'm gonna go ahead and glue this guy. And so the best way to glue things when you have a back leg that's not completely flat and you have a surface that's a little bit bumpy, because I'm wanting it to be towards the middle here, I'm gonna put my glue where it where it hits. So all the raised portions on the actual focal point is where I'm going to be setting the glue here. So I kind of liked it where I lined up this bottom circle with, I believe it was this middle circle here. So I'm going to just take this portion off. And the easiest way to do this, if you have clippers, is to go from the back like this. Make sure it's really tight and even, and then you're just going to clip that there. Just like that. So that it's even on the top and the bottom there. And with that, I'm going to start dropping my glue. I'm going to set it on all these high points here. Make sure you can see that okay. I hope that's focused. Just like this. Any portion that's raised is where I'm going to be setting the glue. And because I'm a little bit paranoid, I like to glue both portions. So I'm also going to glue the back here, just all along this middle portion and anywhere it might hit the back. Okay. It's a little bit trickier to do this on camera. I'm gonna kind of hunch down a little bit to make sure that I'm dropping it in the right spot. Luckily, it is, before it gets too dry, you can move it pretty well. I'm gonna try to set this, and I'm lining up the two holes. I'm just gonna go a little bit below there. And I get my trusty beadle. You can use an eye pin for this, or a head pin, or anything that you have that's available to you, but I actually dropped it pretty well where it's at there. Just gonna line it up a tiny bit. Okay, I like how that's sitting. I'm gonna set that aside gently so that that portion can glue. And while that's going on, we will go ahead and finish assembling this portion. So to do this pretty look with the stones here, it's very, very easy. It's one of the most beginner techniques that we got. And if I can do it, you can do it. Probably better than me, honestly. You could probably do it better than me. We're gonna go like that. I'm gonna pinch these beads so it's nice and tight, and then I'm just gonna bend this guy so it's as 90-degree angle as possible there. I'm gonna trim, and I might even want that a little bit shorter. Just like that. Gonna hold. Twist there. Hopefully that was on camera. Mac is so good at making sure everything's on camera. I'm trying to learn from her. And then you're just gonna finish closing that off. And you can tighten it there at the bottom. Okay. And we do want these ones to be even, so I'm just gonna quickly grab another set of needle nose pliers. Hold one side tight and twist